All right, good evening, class. Today we are going to wrap up this chapter with lesson number 4, solving real-world problems involving fractions and decimals. I got quite a few examples here, so I've done a lot of the work ahead of time so I can just explain. Otherwise, it just takes too much time to do the writing. So let's get right into it. If 40 gallons of iced tea is poured into 1/8 gallon containers, how many full containers can be filled? So what we're looking at is taking the number of gallons and dividing it by 1/8. So remember what I talked about. First of all, you have to change it so you have two fractions. So we put 40 over 1 divided by 1 over 8. And then we multiply by the reciprocal. So 40 over 1 times 8 over 1. 40 times 8 is 320. 1 times 1 is 1. 320 divided by 1 is 320. Example number 2. If 18 gallons of water is poured into 1/6 gallon containers, how many full containers can be filled? This is very similar to their problem. Just change up the numbers a little bit, but we need to practice. So we take the total number of gallons, 18, and we divide it by what they want to pour them into, 1/6 gallon containers. Notice that my measurements have to be the same in order for this to work. They're both gallons. So next I'm going to change the whole number to a fraction, 18 over 1 divided by 1 over 6. And then I'm going to make it a multiplication problem. 18 over 1 times 6 over 1. 18 times 6 is 108. 1 times 1 is 1. 108 divided by 1 is 108. So we have 108 containers that can be filled. Best buys 80 square feet of cloth. The cloth costs $60.50 per square foot. How much does Best pay for the cloth? Now, basically what you're doing is you're taking these two numbers and you're multiplying them together. Like I told you in a previous lesson, though, you are going to have to be able to multiply this without using a calculator. So when we do that, we go through all the steps of multiplying. I'm not going to actually go through it. We got 4840.00. Maybe I should go through it. So 0 times 0, 0 times 5 is 0, 0 times 0 is 0, 0 times 0. There's an easier way to do that, but I figured I'd just do it the way that you probably learned it first. Put down a 0. 8 times 0 is 0. 8 times 5 is 40. Carry the 4. 8 times 0 is 0 plus 4 is 4. And 8 times 6 is 48. So we have two decimals. So we need to put two decimals in our answer. So $4,840 is what you would be paying for, I remember what we bought, the cloth. Sorry about that. My wife was calling to tell me she's on her way home. A lease buys 15 square feet of wallpaper at $10.50 a square foot. How much does he pay for the wallpaper? So we multiply 1050 times 15. And when we do that, we get 15750. And we come back up here and we see that we have two decimal places here, none there. So two decimal places is where we're going to have to move. So it comes right in there. Put it at the end. $157.50. I will talk to their math teachers and see if we're going to let you use calculators on this problem or not, and then we'll get back to you. But plan on not being able to use a calculator. Mike has 8 sheets of printer paper. He uses 3 sheets to make pictures. He then cuts the remaining printer paper into equal rectangles to make postcards. Each postcard is 1/6 of the sheet of printer paper. How many postcards does Mike make? A lot of you are going to be overwhelmed by this, and what you want to do first is where I like to do some drawing. So the first thing I did is I made 8 sheets of printer paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. He uses 3 full sheets to make pictures, so I put P for picture, 1, 2, 3. And he cuts the remaining printer paper into 1/6 pieces. So you can see that I have 6 here, 6 here, 6, 6, 6. So what you're going to end up doing is you're going to count the number of squares. I didn't write all this out. It would have taken all day. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 pieces of paper that are divided into 6. 5 times 6 is 30. So he can make 30 postcards. Kai has 7 sheets of paper. He uses 4 sheets to make posters, and he cuts the remaining paper into equal rectangles to make cards. Each card is 1/4 a sheet of paper. So once again, start off by drawing your 7 pieces of paper. 4 of them are posters. These ones are going to get divided into 4 equal parts. So 4, 8, 12. He can make 12 cards. Lisa collected money for charity. She donated 3/4 of the money to charity A. She then donated 1/3 of the remaining money to charity B. After 2 donations, Lisa has $5 left. How much money did Lisa originally collect? So another problem that might have you feeling a little bit nervous, but if we break it down into 4 boxes, because this is 3/4, 3/4 of the money went to charity A. So I put an A in there, A in there, A in there. She then donated 1/3 of the remaining money to charity B. So I divided this box into 3 parts. Okay. And what's left here is 2/3 of the box. 2/3 of the box is the equivalent of $5. So how much would each third be? Each third would be $2.50. So this box is worth $7.50. That means if this whole box is worth $7.50, so is this one, so is this one, and so is that one. So how much did she originally collect? $7.50 times 4 would be $30. Another one just like that. Pam collected money for a charity. She donated 2/3 of the money to charity A. So 3 boxes. 2/3 of those boxes are A's. Okay. The remaining, she then donated 1/2 of the remaining money, so I divide this box in half to charity B. After 2 donations, Pam had $15 left. So if this half is 15, this is 15. 15 plus 15 equals 30. That means each box is worth 30. There's 3 boxes. 30 times 3 is $90. Prove why 4.5 divided by 1/2 equals 9. You can use words or pictures to justify your answer. This is a really cool one to use pictures. What I did is I drew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes. The reason I did 5 boxes is because you have 4.5. So each box is a half, 1/2 there, 1/2 there, half, half, and half. Now, each one of these that are in yellow is a half, and they want to know why is 4.5 divided by 1/2 9? Well, if you count the boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there is why 4.5 divided by 1/2 is 9. Pat said that 12 and 2/50 divided by 3 and 5/6 is about 3. Use estimation to prove if his answer is reasonable. Okay, so let's write it down first. 12 and 2/50 divided by 3 and 5/6. Now, we don't want to have to try to do the math on this. This would take us forever. Let's use estimation. So what we do is let's focus on the left-hand side first. Don't worry. Here, I'm going to do this. I can do this. I want to bring this up. And I just want to focus on this. Okay, so let's take the whole number, 12. 2/50. If we think about 2/50, is that around 0? Is it about half? Or is it closer to 1? Are those numbers really close together? These numbers are really far apart, so I'm going to say that's the equivalent of a 0. 12 plus 0 is 12. Now let's look at the other side. We have 3 and 5/6. We're going to take the whole number, 3. 5 and 6 are really close together, so I'm going to use that as a 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So is his answer reasonable? I would definitely say it is. Word problems I know are things that are make a lot of kids feel nervous. Don't worry about it. We will spend a lot of time, I promise you, on doing word problems. So if I was going a little too fast or you didn't understand something, make sure you ask me any questions that you have in class tomorrow, and we'll make sure that we knock out all these word problems so you're ready for the test. All right, so tomorrow we're gonna do page 105, 105 through 107, and we only got 5 problems. We're gonna do 1 to 3, 8, and 15. Have a good night. We will see you tomorrow.